Alright, okay, let's look at this question. So pause the video and trying this question before you look at how I'm solving this problem here. So, and try to think what is the method here that can helping us in solving this probability question here, right? So if you look at, alright, let's look at this question. A new bus terminal has been operating for 2 months. A record of 500 buses from Johor, Baharu and Pulau Penang give the following information on their arrival status. So the status here can be early, on time or late, right? So then there are two variables here, right? They have Johor, Baru and Pulau Penang, right? Give the three other variables early, on times or late, right? So for this question here, it's the best for us to use the table of outcome, right? Or contingency table. All right, let's see how we're going to solve this problem here. Okay, so now let's look at the information given here, right? So then we have two variables for Johor Bahru and Pulau Penang. So means that a new bus terminal has been operating for 2 months, right? 500 buses from Johor and Penang, right? So either the bus is from Johor and Penang, either they were giving you early, on time or late. So let's look, I want to construct the table of outcome here. So which consists of Johor Bahru, alright, I label this as Johor Bahru, or I just label it as J, right? Also can, whatever, alright, Johor Bahru and Penang, right? Pulau Penang. So we have J and P to represent the state, right? Johor Bahru, the daerah, the Johor Bahru, and Pulau Penang. So now we have three types of possibility, right? Three categories. Either they are on time, right? On time. Early, alright? Early, E to represent early, on time, or late, right? So means that because how I know that we have we know that they have two rows, right? So we see from the information here, right? So we know that it's from Johor Bahru and Pulau Penang, right? Johor Bahru and Pulau Penang, and it have three categories. Either the bus is early, on time or late, right? Okay, after later on we have construct the table. So we read from the information given, right? 50 buses arrive early. So means that there are a total of 50 buses arrive early. So means that arrive early, either they from Johor or Pulau Penang, there are 50 buses that arrive early. So this is actually the totals here, right? The total. So here also will be the totals, right? The totals. So then we construct the table. So a very simple table, all right? Later on, then we have 275 buses arrive on time. 275 buses arrive on time. So arrive on time means that it's 275 of them, right? 275. And later on, the information given will be 150 buses from Johor Bahru arrive on time. Johor Bahru and arrive on time. So means that it's from Johor Bahru and arrive on time. So which is 150, right? From the statement here, you can see that 150 buses from Johor Bahru arrive on time. Means that it's from Johor Bahru and on time, right? Johor Bahru and on time, which is 150. Later on, 285 bus from Johor Bahru. Information given means that from Johor Bahru there are 285 bus. So means that the total here of either they are early, on time or late, total up of all this will be have 285, right? 285 bus from Johor Bahru. This is the way we collect, alright, we display the data into the values into the table. So 60 buses from Pulau Pinang arrive late. It's from Pulau Pinang arrive late 60, right? Pulau Pinang arrive late. So which is 60 bus, right? Pulau Pinang and arrive late. So, and one more information that I should put on the inside the table here is 500 here, because a record of 500 buses from Johor Bahru and Pulau Pinang. So means that total of Johor Bahru and Pulau Pinang, the bus is 500, right? You have 500 buses. So you have already know that from Johor Bahru is 285, right? Definitely you can take 500 minus with 285 to get the number of buses from Pulau Pinang, right? Which were giving 215, right? 215, as these two add up will be 500 here. So we have know that number of early arrived bus that early arrived will be 50. The bus that arrived on time will be 275. So you know have 500 bus, right? So I have to take 500 minus away 50 minus away 275 to find the number of bus that arrive late. Either they are from Johor Bahru or Penang, arrive late total, we have to calculate, which will give you 175, right? 175. So we have construct some values here. So then let's see the remaining one. So here we have 175, right? 60 late from Penang, and the late from Johor will be 175 minus with 60, right? 175 minus with which give you 115, right? 115. Whereas for this one will be total on time from Johor Bahru is 150. So definitely you take 275 minus 150. 150 will be 125 here, right? And you have remaining these two, right? Arrive on time, early from Johor Bahru. How to calculate? You know, total up these three will be 285, right? 285. So you just take 285 minus with 150, right? Minus with 115. So you are getting 20 that arrive early from Johor Bahru, right? So if this is 20, definitely you know that total up is 50. Here will be 30, right? 30. So means that Penang that arrive early will be 30 of them. So now we have all the values here. The most important that we have already construct a table of outcome for this problem here. So means that this question is actually helpful. It's helpful when we use it's the contingency table here, or the table of outcome here, is really helpful to solving the probability problem in this question here, right? So now we try to answer the question. Suppose a record of a bus using the terminal is chosen at random, a bus, right? So calculate a probability that the bus is from Pulau Pinang. From Pulau Pinang, if it is known that this is actually the same as given that, right? We know that it's arrived early. So it means that so for part A, this is the way we answer it. So it's from the probability that is Pulau Pinang, if it is known that given that it's arrived early, right? That's the probability here. So means that given that it is arrived early but come from Penang. So you see how many from the table here is represent the number of bus arrive early, right? Which is 50, right? This column here. So means that we know that it should be divided by 50, because it's given that if it is known that the bus arrived early, right? From this category here, right? From the 50 here. How many from Penang, right? From these two, 50, right? So 30 out of 50, right? 30 out of 50, which will give you 3/5. So this is the way we find the conditional probability from the table of outcome. And now find the probability that from Johor Bahru or it has arrived early. Read carefully. Johor Bahru or arrive early. Johor Bahru or Union arrive early, right? Either they are Johor Bahru or arrive early, we accept that. But this is not the conditional probability, it's not given, or you know that it's from certain region. We have to divide by the total 500. So where's the number come from? So it's either Johor Bahru, so means that these three value here, or it's arrive early, right? Or arrive early, so means that 30. Even though it's come from Pulau Pinang, but the bus arrived early, right? Because the word union or, right? So means that Johor Bahru or the bus that arrived early, right? So it's 30, 20, 150. You add up all the value here. This show you are using the contingency table, right? So 30 plus with 20, 150 plus with 115. Then you calculate the value, then you will get the answer. So which we're giving you 63 over with 100. Or you can just write as 0.63 and this as 0.6. Right? Okay. Now let's look at part C. Alright, we follow the question. I just teach you how to the technique of of doing this question. Arrive late from Johor. Is arrive late from Johor. So it means that from the table here, which one is arrive late from Johor, right? So I'm going to erase this. Arrive late from Johor. Arrive late from Johor, which is 115, right? Or, right, read the question carefully. Arrive late from Johor means that Johor and late, right? Johor and arrive late is 115. Or the bus is on time from Pulau Pinang. On time from Pulau Pinang. Is on time from Pulau Pinang is 125. 125. Or, right, either this or this. Late from Johor Bahru or on time from Penang. So I should write in this way. So either you can write in sentence, alright, so if you are very familiar in writing in mathematical symbol, so set notation, you can write as probability of Johor and arrive late, or union Pulau Pinang and arrive on time, right? So the total up will always divide by 500, right? 500. So where's the number come from? It's from 115, late from Johor, 115, add with on time from Penang is 125. Very easy. Okay, we take the information from the table of outcome, which give 12 over 25. 12 over 25 or 0.48, right? 0.48. Very simple. So, and look at the last question here, right? The last question here. Arrive early. We have to be very careful about the sentence given, right? The question asking, arrive early. Arrive early. Given that the bus is from, read the word, given that the bus is from Penang or is late, given that the bus is from Johor Bahru. Arrive early, given that the bus is from Pulau Pinang, right? Arrive early and the bus is given that the bus is from Pulau Pinang, right? Or we plus because these two are actually mutually exclusive event. All right, we can do it. So because it's given that the bus is from Johor Bahru, it's late and from Johor Bahru, is late and the bus is from Johor. It's from Johor Bahru, right? You can read the sentence again. So, arrive early given that the bus is from Penang, right? Arrive early given that bus is from Pulau Penang. Plus, because of the word or here, I'm going to explain you later why I'm putting plus here. So, and is late given that the bus is from Johor Bahru. Late, given that the bus is late, given that the bus is from Johor Bahru. Okay, why I just doing addition here? Because these two events, early given that is from Penang and late given is from Johor, is mutually exclusive. Alright, so because it's from Penang, the bus arrived early is from Penang. So, and this is from Johor, right? So they won't have the same bus inside here, right? They won't have intersection between these two events here, alright? These two events here, because it's early from Pulau Penang. So which you can write it in this way. From Pulau Penang, you look at the total here, because given, right? Given from Pulau Penang will be 215. 215. And arrive early from Pulau Penang, from here, right? From the 215 is 3 of this, which is arrive early is 30, right? It's 30. 30 plus with late given from Johor Bahru. Given from Johor Bahru. So from Johor Bahru, we have 285. Okay, 285. And from Johor Bahru, which is late, right? Late is 115. From these three, is early, on time, and late. From 285, 115, right? Out of 285. So then we total up these two. This will be the one that required by the question, which were giving us 1331 over with 2451, or we can just round off it to 3 significant figure, which is 0.543, right? In 3 significant figures. Alright, this is the way we answer the question. The most important that you're able to read the information of conditional probability from the table of outcome here, alright, and how to construct the table of outcome for this problem. So that's all for this question. Hope you understand.